Hey, we're Paige and Alex, co-op students at Goose Digital, week 12,
Both tools are in the hands of real users now, and this week, the bug count went up.
which is exactly what's supposed to happen.
So let's talk about why.
There's a certain point in building a tool where internal testing stops being useful. Not because the tool is perfect, because you've stopped being able to see it clearly. You know where the rough edges are, so you unconsciously avoid them. You know what a feature is called, so the name stops feeling confusing. You know what to do when something breaks, so it doesn't feel like breaking.
Real users don't have any of that, and that's exactly why having them in the tool now, with weeks still left on the clock, is the most valuable thing that could be happening. On the website, the CMS milestone is in and working. A website without CMS quickly becomes outdated. With every content change, a new team member, an updated service, a price change, all of this requires going back through the agency. But a CMS can give clients actual ownership of their site. They can update it, publish to it, keep it current, all without touching the codebase or contacting anyone. And the first implementation is DCAP, a Git-based CMS that lives right alongside the site, with no separate database needed. Clients log into the admin page, they edit content through simple forms, and then the changes go back to a review branch right before going live. It removes the developer as a bottleneck while keeping the review as a step in place. And that's what ships now. DCAP proved that the pipeline works. Sanity is where the production version lands, with structured editing, previews, a better authoring experience for clients who are publishing regularly. The core functionality is in place and the transition is underway.
On the image side, the social team has been actively using the tool this week. And as soon as more people are using something in more ways than the person who built it anticipated, things surface. Cross-canvas copy-paste wasn't there. It is now, and it preserves element position, so something copied from one canvas lands exactly in the same spot on another. Shape switching was missing. You can now change a circle to a square directly from a button, without rebuilding the element from scratch and re-entering all the settings. This is useful if the AI designs a design that has a bunch of circles in it, because if you decide you want them to be squares, you're going to have to, before, rebuild all those shapes and change the settings, but now you can switch it very quickly. Then we added folder renaming, project folders, small navigation things that felt completely fine during solo testing and became friction the moment someone else was doing something different from what was expected. And then there were things that felt obvious in hindsight, but weren't on anyone's radar until someone actually tried them. For example, there was a collage that one of the team members was trying to make. We were never making collages in tests, and when we did, they were using the same aspect ratios as the images I gave, which were all 1:1. But this time, they were images of people, and they were being cropped. So people's faces were getting cropped out. And without the ability to change the AI's crop, that became a serious issue. None of these are dramatic features. They're the kind of thing that makes a difference between a tool that works and a tool that feels finished.
And one of the more quietly useful additions this week is a model usage log in the admin dashboard.
Every call the system makes gets recorded, which model, how many times, across which features, Pro versus Flash, across both text and image generation.
For the cost, if the system is defaulting to Pro when Flash would do the job, that's worth knowing and worth fixing in the code.
But it also matters as a window into how the tool is actually being used. If usage patterns look different from what the build assumed, that's information. It shows where things need to be made clearer, explained better, or restructured.
And that's the goal with both projects. It has always been that the tools will stand on their own, that the team reaches for them because they're the right tool for the job, not because there's no other option.
Every feature that gets added because a real user needed it is a feature that means less switching to something else mid-workflow, fewer gaps, fewer moments where someone has to go back to Canva or back to a developer.
And these last few weeks are about closing those gaps.
One real piece of feedback at a time.
See you next week.